نعم. Yes, Mr. Omar Hirsi, there was a small problem. Yes. Yes. Who is this? Yahya Isa, I see you. Yes. Amir Al-Wajidi, I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you. Yes. We welcome Mr. Omar Hirsi. Please, Mr. Omar Hirsi, do you have something to say? Jesus said he is not the Son of God. We have Bible verses to prove on our things. Niangalia hivyo. Yes, Mr. Ina Abshir Dalkana anasema wacha kuniangalia hivyo. Yes, Muhyiddin, I see you. MashaAllah. We really invite you. Where's Mr. Jesse? Jesse, nowhere to be seen. Yes, Jesse is not around. Jesse. Yes. Ramadan Korea, I see you, mashallah, my friend in Da'wah. Ramadan Korea, mashallah, you are most welcomed. Ramadan Korea, you are most welcomed. Okay. Let me invite, where's Mr. Fondo? Where's Mr. Chaka? Where's Dennis? Dennis.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Sheikh Niambie.
Poa sana, how are you doing?
Alhamdulillah, safi sana.
Yes, we have a topic of discussion tonight with fellow Christians. We believe that Jesus is not the Son of God. I know you are doing da'wah from your side. Please, do you have something to say? Or do you have anything to present?
Inshallah, I will present, inshallah, one proof from the book of Mark.
From the book of Mark?
Yeah.
Which says?
It says, this is the good news about Jesus, the Messiah, the Son of God.
The Son of God.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this translation which I'm reading from is called New Living Translation.
New Living Translation.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you read the explanation or the footnote, they tell you some manuscripts don't include the Son of God.
Okay, so the versions contradict each other. Bible versions.
Yes. Yes.
On Jesus' Godship, sonship.
Yes.
Okay, so it's Mark 1:1.
Yes.
So King James Version gives another story, while NIV gives another story, while New Living Bible gives another story.
Yeah, you're correct. Because this translation shows you that the Son of God is not mentioned in some manuscript.
Yes.
So the question will be that if God inspired this word, the Son of God, why you don't have this the Son of God in some manuscript?
Okay, why don't we have the term Son of God in
in
other
some manuscripts.
manuscripts.
Yes.
Okay, that's the question directed to the Christians.
Yeah, any
Why
Christian.
the term Son of God is missing in other versions of the Bible?
Yes.
Okay, I think they had. Do you have any other issue to raise?
If I get, inshallah, I will try to raise them, inshallah.
Okay,
But
thank
not
you.
now.
Okay,
Even if you read even if you read the, and I think you know, Codex Sinaiticus.
yes.
If you read Codex Sinaiticus, the book of Mark, also you will not see the term Son of God in there.
Okay, Son of God is removed.
Yeah, and from Codex Sinaiticus.
Codex Sinaiticus.
Yes.
That means they are removing and moving everything from the Bible.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And also the other thing is, even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, I think in Surah Al-Baqarah,
Yes.
chapter 2, verses 97.
Yes.
Also chapter 5, verse 13. Also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that they omit, they try, like to interpolate the book.
Yes. Yes.
I like if you can read for us chapter 5, verse 13.
Chapter 5, verse 13. I have the Quran here.
Yes.
Let me read for you so that the Christians can. Chapter 5,
Verse 13.
it says,
Yes.
this has already been assigned for you, O Jews, in the two armies that met in combat, i.e. the battle of Badr. You say chapter
Yes.
5?
Yes, I said chapter 5. Yeah, I think you are reading another verse.
I read chapter 3. Chapter 5, verse 13.
Yes.
So because of their breach of their covenant, we cast them and made their hearts grow hard. They changed the words from their right places and have abandoned a good part of the message that was sent to them. They changed.
Good.
They changed.
So
Yes.
even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show us that in this verse, like the Jews or the Christian, they try to interpolate the text.
Yes.
So if you read some translation of the Holy Bible, you will see that some places, the place where they call Jesus Christ the Son of God,
Yes.
the first place was the servant of God.
Yes.
So they changed the servant to Son of God.
Yes.
So that's what I have to add. And I can see Joseph Maina. If you can invite him, we will hear what he has to say about those issues I have raised.
Joseph Maina cannot answer these questions. It's very hard for him.
Even I think the book of Jeremiah chapter 8 verse 8 mentioned that it says, how can you say we are wise because we have the word of the Lord when your teachers have twisted it by writing lies?
Let me see Mr. Joseph. He's raising hand here. Let me invite him. Mr. Joseph Madani, is Jesus the Son of God? Please, can you come up? Mr. Joseph, the topic is Jesus the Son of God? It is not logical. It is not wise. It is not harmonious with God to say that God have a son of God. Let me see, Mr. Joseph, what is he saying? I'll take you back.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Omar Hirsi, we are inviting you if you are around. Yes, Mr. Fondo. Why the Bible versions differ on Jesus? Some versions claim Jesus is the Son of God. Other versions, they say that's not truth. So that's not true. So why the Bibles differ on Jesus. Let me say something as we wait for Mr. Joseph. Jesus himself asserts that he is the Son of Man. He said it in dozens of places in the Gospels. If you read the book of Matthew chapter 8 verse 27, Jesus says he's the Son of Man. Joseph is saying, let me invite him. Okay, let me invite Mr. Joseph. If you read Matthew chapter 9 verse 6, Jesus says he's the Son of Man. The question is, how can he be the Son of Man and at the same time be the Son of God? How can he be the Son of Man and the Son of God at the same time? One person with two different fathers. That's not logical. One person having two different fathers at the same moment. I don't think so, if that's logic. Mr. is not ready. Let me invite Mr. Fondo. Mr. Fondo, we are inviting you. Yes, Mr. Fondo. Yes, Mr. Fondo.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fondo, are you prepared enough?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm very okay, but I see you are scared.
You know, I thought it would be like some minutes presentations. I can see you are. I'm very okay. No, not scared.
I'm not getting
the problem is we needed to brief us program. You are to brief us on your program. How is it gonna be? How many minutes each presenter will be given? It can look to be so educative and people can learn from it.
Okay, I give you 5 minutes. Can you present your ideas about the sonship of God? We have plenty of verses from the Quran whereby God denies about the sonship of Jesus. God denied about the sonship of Jesus in his book, Quran. So we don't know why the Christians stick onto this blunder, this blasphemous idea that God gave birth to Jesus. It is not logical. It is not a good thing. It's not wise. Why can't you stop and say that Jesus is the creature of God? Because God creates, he don't give birth. So do you have enough verses to defend your faith? Can you give us verses which supports your arguments that Jesus is the Son of God, so we can at least answer you something? Are you there, Mr. Fondo? Yes, Mr. Fondo. Yes.
Yeah, number one, you know, I refute some of the verses in the Quran that denies the sonship of Jesus. One of it is Quran chapter 9, verse 30, which says that
wait a minute.
Unfortunately, I don't have an English. I don't have an English translation of Quran here, but
I can read for you. I have. Let me read.
Yes.
Can I read for you?
You gave me 5 minutes.
Yes, I can read for you if you want me to read for you. I have English translation here.
Yes, he will be helping. Yeah, just go through. Yeah, chapter 9, verse 30.
It says,
Please
and the Jews
do
say,
that.
Uzair,
Chapter 9, verse 30.
Ezra, is the son of Allah. And the Christians say,
Quran chapter 9, verse
Messiah
30.
is the son of Allah. I'm reading chapter 9, verse 30. And the Jews say that Uzair, Ezra, is the son of Allah. And the Christians say Messiah is the son of Allah. That is their saying with their mouths, resembling the saying of those who disbelieved aforetime. Allah's curse be on them, deluded away from the truth. Fondo amekimbia. He ran. Mr. Fondo ran away. That's good. It seems that he was not prepared. Okay. Whom can I invite? Joseph Maina is not around. Okay. Why Jesus ate food? Yes, Mr. Fondo, I see you are not prepared. You are tired of
No, the
this,
network is not good on my side.
why the church can't buy for you
The network
bundles.
is not good on my side.
Okay, tell the church to buy for you at least something to buy, at least bundles. Okay,
Anwar.
continue. Yes.
Anwar.
Yes, Mr. Fondo. Abu Hamza, wa alaikum salam. Yes. Okay, I see Abdullah Ahmed. Jesus ate food. Please invite me. Who? Okay. Muhammad Wes, mashallah. Okay. Joseph Maina. Fondo ameshindwa na mada, anasingizia network. Fondo ameshindwa na mada, anasingizia network. Yes, I see Mr. Fondo was not prepared. Joseph Maina is not also prepared. He's not prepared. Fondo is strong enough, so be ready to see fire. Mr. Everson, let me invite you. Okay. Okay. السلام عليكم بدنا أنور شريف نصر الدين. وعليكم سلام. وعليكم سلام. Mr. Fondo. Yes, Mr. Fondo.
Yes, Anwar.
You are not prepared, my friend. Why can't you be a Muslim? Just accept bana. Let's go on. Kuwa Muislamu tu bana. Acha mzaha mingi.
Yes.
Mm.
I think I can have my 5 minutes. Can I have my 5 minutes, please?
You have your 5 minutes. Can you say something about your Bible and about your
Yes,
Jesus
I
and
was.
about your faith?
Eh?
Yes.
Now, this is what I have to say on the sonship of Jesus.
Yes.
I have started
Yes.
my 5 minutes.
You have your 5 minutes. Can you say something? Say something, Mr. Fondo.
Saying, denying the sonship, they're denying the sonship of Jesus is misunderstanding why Christians call Jesus the Son of God. I'm saying something. Are you not getting me?
I'm getting you. Can you
Anwar,
go
are
on?
you there?
Carry on. I'm here.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Fondo. I'm here. Carry on.
Yes, the reason as to why Muslims deny the sonship of Jesus. Yeah, the reason as to why you people deny the sonship of Jesus is because you yes, okay, then thank you. It's because we have the biological son and spiritual son. So when Christians say Jesus is the Son of God, we don't refer the biological sonship of Jesus, and that is what Muslims believe, and that's why the Quran denied the sonship of Jesus, the biological part of it, which to us as Christians we agree that Jesus Christ cannot be the Son of God by biological means. And so we say Jesus Christ is the Son of God because if you read, for instance, if you read John chapter 3, verse 6, let me take you there. I have my Bible here. John chapter 3, verse 6, this is what the Bible says. I'm reading from verse 4. I will start from verse 1. And the third day, not verse 1, but around verse 6. John chapter 3, verse 6.
Yes, Mr. Fondo. Yes. Fondo is not prepared enough. Huh? His phone is hanging, I don't know. Huh? Okay, Mr. Abdurrahman Abdul Ghani. Abdul Ghani, can you come up? Come up, my friend, come on. Mr. Abdurrahman Abdul Ghani, I see you have something to say. Mr. Fondo was, I see he was confused. He said, Mr. Fondo said, Jesus is not the biological son of God. Jesus is not biological son of God. That's the wording of Mr. Fondo. Mr. Fondo denied the sonship of Jesus in the sense of Abdurrahman. Okay, let me invite again Mr. Fondo. Let's be sure. Yes. Yes. Fondo. You not ready, Mr. Fondo? Huh? Fondo nowhere to be seen. Yes. Mm-hmm. Fondo nowhere to be seen. Yes. Fondo, you are not here. You ran. Yeah, you are running. You are running from the camera. Come on. Come on, Mr. Fondo. Mm.
Yes, Anwar, are you there?
I'm always here.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Fondo. Yes, Mr. Fondo, you have 3 minutes. Can you summary your arguments? Fondo is not prepared. Hmm? Let me present my argument. Hmm? We are not discussing the spiritual sonship of Jesus. We are not discussing about that. We are discussing about the Jesus biological sonship. Is he the son of God? That's what we are. Your network is not good always. Yes. Yes. Yes, Fondo.
Yes, Fondo.
Yes.
Yes, I think you got me. Am I clear? I was saying
Yes, you are clear.
we as Christians we differentiate we differ in quite a number of things. One is when we talk of the sonship of Jesus, we don't mean the biological kind of sonship, because there's a difference between biological son and a spiritual son. A biological son is where a man and a woman gets to know each other, and as a result, a child is born. That is the biological part of it. But when Christians say Jesus is a son of God, they do not mean that the biological kind of, means of getting a son. And so in the Quran, when in chapter Surah Al-Ikhlas, verse 3, which says God did not begot a son. And if you read further in chapter 6, verse 101, that Allah cannot have a son because he doesn't have a wife. So obvious, the Quran focuses on the biological sonship of Jesus, which as Christians, we refute that. We don't say that Jesus is a son of God biologically, that God had met with Maryam to some extent, and as a result, Jesus was born. We refute that. And the Quran also denies that. Christians, we also deny that it's not about biological sonship. So we say Jesus is son of God because he was born of the Spirit. I read John chapter 3 verse 6, that which is born of spirit is a spirit. Jesus was born of spirit. If you read Luke chapter 1 verse 26, the angel Gabriel came to Mary. As a result, Jesus was born. And verse 35 of Luke chapter 1, the angel Gabriel told Mary that which is going to be born will be the son of the Most High God. And so Jesus was born of spirit, And so he was not born of the flesh. He was not biological, born out of biological means. And so when the Quran denies that Jesus is not the Son of God, we also deny, but biological, we deny that Jesus is the Son of God biological. No any Christians in the world that accept that Jesus is Son of God biological means. And so the Quran refutes or denies the biological part of it, which Christians also deny the biological part of the sonship of Jesus, because he was not born like we are born. I want to read a number of verses because we have witnesses, clouds of witnesses who witnessed that Jesus was Son of God. Number one, I want to
You
read
have 1
Matthew
minute.
chapter 3. No problem. I want to read Matthew chapter 3, verse 16. Matthew chapter 3, verse 16, which says, I want to read Matthew 3:16, which says, 3:16, yeah, I'm there. And Jesus, when he was baptized, went up straightway out of the water, and lo, the heavens were opened unto him, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove, and alighting on him, and the voice from heaven saying, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." So this is
Your
God
time,
affirming.
your time is up.
There was some problem. There was a problem of networking, my brother.
I
There
add
was
you
a
more 2
problem with.
minutes.
Yeah, thank you for so much. Thank you so much. And so God affirms that Jesus is the Son of God. Also in Luke chapter 1, verse 35, the angel Gabriel affirms that Jesus is Son of God. And also, if you read in Matthew chapter 16, verse 13, the disciples of Jesus, when asked by Jesus, "Who do people say I am?" Peter says, "You are the Son of God." And Jesus didn't refute that. He said, "Blessed is who has revealed to you that I am Son of God." So we have God affirms that Jesus is his Son. Angel Gabriel affirms that Jesus is Son of God. The disciples of Jesus affirms that Jesus is Son of God. Even in Luke, the book of Mark chapter 3 verse 11, even the demons affirms that Jesus is the Son of God in Mark chapter 3 verse 11. Martha, the brother of Lazarus, in John chapter 11 verse 26, he also affirms that Jesus is the Son of God. And so we see a cloud of witnesses in the Bible that Jesus is the Son of God. But these witnesses does not witness the biological part of sonship of Jesus. It is the spiritual part of Jesus, because Jesus was not born biological means. He was born of spirit, and that which is born of spirit, that we say Jesus is Son of God because of a number of witnesses in the Bible. Even Jesus himself affirms he's Son of
Up.
God
Your time
in
is up.
John chapter 9 verse 35. I want to read this last verse.
Your
John chapter
time,
9 verse 35.
your time
Then I
is
will
up.
leave you.
Okay. Okay. Okay, let me now stay and listen. Okay. Stephen Kasina is watching. Ibn Abdullah Sahal is watching. Yes, Amir Al-Wajidi As-Somal. You have something to say, my friend?
Yeah, I want to refute some points of Ustad Fondo.
Yes. Which point do you want to refute?
About saying that Jesus is the Son of God. A voice came from heaven saying that Jesus is the Son of God.
Okay.
So can you read for us the book of Matthew chapter 3 verses 17?
I don't have English version. Do you have one?
Yeah, I will read from I will read from New Living Translation.
Okay, read.
Okay, let's start. And a voice from heaven said, "This is my dearly loved son, who brings me great joy." That is Matthew chapter 3, verses 17.
Yes.
So the way we can see from this verse, this is announcement to the people on who are around on the baptism.
Yes.
God is, according to the Christian, God is telling the people that Jesus is his son.
Yes.
But if you go to the book of Mark, you read from verse 1, chapter, let me find it. Chapter 11, it says, "You are," the verse is talking to Jesus, not the people. If you read the book of Mark, it talks to Jesus, not to the people.
Yes.
So if we have to say that Jesus is the Son of God, first we have to build the ground, and we have to know which was the words of the voice which were coming from heaven.
Yes.
Let me read Mark chapter 1, verses 11.
Yes.
It says this, "And a voice from heaven said, 'You are my dearly loved son, and you bring me great joy.'"
Yes.
But in Matthew, it says, "This is talking to the people, not to Jesus."
Yes.
So, and the second thing I want to mention is that if you read, he talked about the conversion of Peter,
Yes.
saying that you are the son of the living God.
You have 1 more minute to refute.
Yeah, let me read from the book of, but if you read the book of Luke chapter 9, verses 20, also the book of Matthew 16:16, the book of Mark 8:28, it tells us different things that, and Peter said that you are Christ of God.
Yes.
In another place, he's saying that you are the son of, you are Christ, the son of the living God. In another
Yes.
place, he said that you are Christ. So Fondo has tell us what was the word of Peter before he said that Jesus is the Son of God.
Yes.
I
Okay,
think
your
my
time is
point was
now up.
understood.
Your time is now up. Let me invite another person. We heard about you. We had, so in short, the scriptures contradict on the wordings of Mr. Peter.
Yes.
So, okay, let me invite another person. Jesus is not the Son of God. This is what we are saying. In short, let me make clear on some things. Okay, let me make clear on some things. Okay. I see Mr. Jesse watching. Welcome, Mr. Jesse. Welcome, Jesse. Welcome. Welcome. Who is online? Okay. Yes. Okay. Let me clear on some points. Mr. Fondo lied. He lied about Jesus. There is not a single verse whereby Jesus approves. Yes, my brother. There is not a single verse whereby Jesus approves his sonship. No verse. From heaven that Jesus is his son. Let me ask Jesus, is this the case? Jesus said in chapter 5, the book of John, chapter 5, verse 37, and the Father himself, which hath sent me, hath borne witness of me. You have neither heard his voice at any time, nor seen his face. So no one heard God's voice claiming Jesus is his son. There's no single verse like that. He said angel Gabriel affirmed the sonship of Jesus. That is plainly a very big lie. That's a lie. No angel of God affirmed Jesus being a son of God. There is no such verses in the Bible. So can you just where is Mr. Where is Mr. Jesse? You are not on camera. Jesse, you are not on camera. You are not on camera. Please, can you arrange? I see Mr. Kasina watching, Mr. Ibn Abdullahi watching. Can I get no? Can I get someone? Is somewhere. Okay, let me make a very clear question here. Is there any verse from the Bible where God, I am the Son of God? Is there any verse from the Bible whereby Jesus says from his mouth that I, Jesus, is the Son of God? Jesus is not the Son of God. Biologically, he is not Son of God. Spiritually, he is not Son of God. In any means, he is not the Son of God. So Mr. Fondo lied. Mr. Fondo lied about that. Mr. Fondo lied. Let me hear from my friend who is you want to say something. I see Mr. Abdi. Hello. عليكم السلام. ما في عنا.
السلام عليكم.
هذه كانت. وعليكم السلام أخي. Yes, he was not ready. He's not ready. Come up, Mr. Fondo. Yes, Mr. Fondo is here. Mr. Fondo is here. Mr. Fondo. This one-on-one question. Mr. Fondo. Mr.
Yes,
Fondo.
sir.
This is one-on-one question.
Yes.
Which is more logical?
Yes, I'm getting you, my
and
brother.
more harmonious
You
with
said
God's greatness?
you said it. Yes.
Listen to my question, my friend. I'm asking you a very simple question. Which is more logical and more harmonious with God's greatness? A, that he begets sons. B, that he does not beget son. Let me repeat my question. Listen it very carefully. Which is more logical and more harmonious with God's greatness? A, that he begets son. I mean that he gave birth to Jesus. B, that he does not beget son. He don't give birth to anyone. Between these statements, which is more logical and more harmonious with God's greatness? 1 minute. Can you respond on that?
No, the problem with you is I think if you want it to be educative, it's better we go one point after another, and you don't impose questions on me and expect to answer as per what you want. Because I've given you a clouds of witnesses, but you have not refuted that. Rather, you asking that I have been lying to people, yet I've used a cloud of witnesses from the Bible, that God himself affirmed that Jesus is his son. The angel Gabriel affirmed that Jesus was the son of God. The disciples affirmed that Jesus is son of God. And so I wanted you to refute on them. Rather, you are saying I've been lying to people, which is not so. And so I think you will not be fair if you say I've lied while I've used a number of witnesses from the scriptures, and we are using the scriptures here. And I said from the beginning that you must distinguish between biological and...
Please. Can you give me 1 minute? Your claims was refuted by someone called Amir. He refuted them. He said that God, he never affirmed the sonship of Jesus. That person who claimed Jesus is his son was not God. Verse 37. Yes, Mr. Fondo is out of reach. He ran away. Yes. Let me invite Abdurrahman Abdul Ghani. Maybe he have something to say. Yeah. God is always happy. God is always happy. Yes, Mr. Abdurrahman.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Yes, thank you for having me. I wasn't following the conversation. Sorry.
Yes.
So what are we talking about today?
We are talking about the sonship of Jesus. Is Jesus the Son of God or not? Yes.
So Jesus is not the Son of God, according to several verses in the Quran and also the Bible. I've never come across. I'm willing to give $100 to any Christian tonight who gives me a verse in the Bible where Jesus himself says, I am the Son of God. I'm going to give $100 in the red letter Bible where Jesus himself says these words.
Okay, Mr. Abdurrahman. Mr. Abdurrahman, okay, I think they had your challenge. Can you briefly give overview of this sonship? Is Jesus Son of God or not? Can you give us evidence from the scriptures to support your arguments? If he is not the Son of God, then do you have tangible proofs that he is not the Son of God? 3 minutes you have. Can you present yourself?
Okay, Bismillah, salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Number one, God's job is not being a parent. God does not give birth. God creates. That is the Islamic doctrine of God. That is what we believe about God. So number one, God says Almighty in the Quran chapter chapter 5 and verse 73 of the Quran. He says, لَقَدْ كَفَرَ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ ثَالِثُ ثَلَاثَةٍ. Verily they have disbelieved those who say that God is one among the three deities, meaning the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. So we believe that God is not divisible, and God is eternal, and that He does not give birth, He does not have children. God has made it so clear in the Quran that Jesus is nothing but a messenger in chapter 5 and verse 75 of the Quran. In chapter 9, Surah At-Tawbah, verse 30, he says about the Jews and the Christians. He talks about the Jews. وقالت اليهود عزير ابن الله وقالت النصارى مسيح ابن الله. That the Jews said that Ezra is the son of God, and that the Christians said that Jesus, the Messiah, is the son of God. And he says that that is nothing but falsehood. And he says, يُضَاهِئُونَ قَوْلَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. They follow the path of the people, or the words of the people who disbelieved before them. So when we go to the Christian scriptures, which is the Bible as well, we find that God does not beget. God does not have children. The same that it says in the Quran chapter 6 verse 101. In the Bible we come to several verses in the Bible. Jesus had a mother. Her name was Mary. He did not have a son. In chapter 3 and verse 9 of the book of Matthew, in chapter 3 verse 9 of the book of Matthew, John the Baptist says that, do you not look at God and see that he could bring from these stones or from these rocks children for Abraham? So God could create from stones children for Abraham. That is chapter 3 verse 9 of the book of Matthew. So that clearly shows you that it is possible for God to create without male intervention. Jesus himself is asked this question, the question that we are discussing today, the sonship of God. There is a high priest in the book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 62. The Christians who are watching can open their Bibles. Chapter 26, verse 62 of the Bible summarizes everything that we're talking about today. And it says that one of the high priests came to Jesus, peace be